So welcome back to Coupled with Disney.
Hi!
Hi. We just went to the Oogie Boogie Bash.
Yes, we did.
And we had a lot of fun.
So much fun.
And we dressed up in costumes. And we also got this guy.
Merchandise! Yay!
This is like a Halloween decoration for years to come, I think.
I know. I love it.
It's kind of adorable.
I guess.
And then on the back
says,
boo to you.
boo to you. I love it. I couldn't help but buy it. We went dressed as Alice in Wonderland.
Well,
and
I didn't go as Alice in Wonderland.
I went as Alice. He went as the White Rabbit.
Yes.
And everyone kept making fun of him because they kept saying he was late. And normally he's fairly on time.
I'm like never late, so I got kind of upset. Not like super upset, obviously. I wasn't angry, but yeah, we got to see. Who did we see? What was the treat trails?
Yes.
So the treat trails. I don't. You know more about the Mickey's Halloween party.
Yes. So I've been to Mickey's Halloween party, and he's never been to a Mickey's Halloween party. And the first time we went, it was Oogie Boogie. So it was a little bit different with the parade, and we saw Villainous World of Color. And to be fair, I kind of like the fireworks show better at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party than the Villainous World of Color. We went on the treat trails, and on the treat trails, we got to see the villains. We got to see Maleficent. We got to see the Mad Hatter. We got to see
Evil Queen.
The Evil Queen.
Snow White.
Snow White. That was really great. We actually missed Oogie Boogie.
Yeah, they said that Oogie Boogie was around.
Yeah.
I thought it was in a treat trail, but
I don't know.
The one they told us it was in, it turned out to be the guy from
Princess and the Frog, Dr. Facilier.
Facilier.
Yeah.
And he was great.
Yes, he was. He was mean to me.
And if you saw our story, he made fun of me, I believe.
No, he made fun of me.
Was it you?
Yes.
One of us.
I giggled, and he said, "Why are you laughing? There's not a mirror in here." I said, "No, he did not." I was very upset.
Yeah, but Oogie was supposed to be around there.
Yeah.
And he wasn't. And they said that he was. I thought they said maybe he was DJing at one point, maybe during the dance, because there was the Descend Dance, like the Descendants like dance party.
Yep.
Which I remember the first time I ever went to Disneyland, it was the
Mad Hatter Tea Party, which is why we dressed up that way.
So obviously I was a grown adult the first time I ever went to Disneyland. But yeah, it was a madhouse. Like, it was crazy. The Mad Tea Party was like the cover band, and they were all dressed up and kind of like.
They were the Alice in Wonderland kind of thing.
It was kind of dark.
Yeah.
Like the outfits for Disney.
Yeah, for sure.
And then it was like basically a rave/dance party that was like all adults drinking, flashing lights in their drinks and just partying, and it was great. And I was so excited to do it again, and then I didn't do it again.
Yeah.
It never happened again.
Well, you just didn't come back fast enough. You were living in Oregon.
Yeah.
So.
But I was expecting the Descend Dance to be that, and then I was like, wait, no, it's the Descendants, so it's probably gonna be
kid friendly.
And it was beyond kid friendly. Like, there was nobody there when we were there.
People were there. They were just kids.
When we walked by, it was like a few kids just.
Yeah, it was kids basically. It was just kids.
But
anyway, we had a lot of fun.
But it was fun, yeah.
I did rope drop for the very first time.
Oh yeah.
And I never did rope drop, so that was a whole lot of fun.
Which, like, that's like how I always do Disney, or used to do Disney when I would go to Disney World. It would be like like get there before the park opens.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole thing. And she's never done it, like, ever.
No, never.
Yeah. So when we were there, we were ordering Starbucks, and they started the whole proceeding, and she was like, we're missing it, and she ran out, and she got to see the whole event, which it's not a huge deal, but it's kind of like, if you've never been there when it happens, like, it's louder music, it's a whole sort of like announcing the start, and then like there's a sort of march that happens, I guess, because like when you're in the group at the very front, you just move forward into the park, and it's slowly, everyone's just like, oh yeah, we're not going to walk fast, and then someone gets ahead of you in your line of sight, and you're just like, okay, no, we're running.
Yeah. Oh my God! So Indiana Jones. So there are a couple rides that break down on a regular basis.
Oh yeah.
Indiana Jones is one of them.
Yeah.
So we rode Indiana Jones, like, I think, our second ride?
Second ride. First was Peter Pan.
Yeah, our second ride.
And Peter Pan looked brighter to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But.
So, that's just him. Pretty sure it was the glasses. So, Indiana Jones, when we rode it for the first time, he rode it like it was for the 60th anniversary.
Yeah.
So when that first launched for 24 Hour Disney, where everything looked like the purple crystals, and the fire was there, and everything that is normally not there or broken that wasn't there was there. And I was like, this is how the ride's supposed to be. This is why this ride is my favorite ride, because it's amazing. And he hadn't seen it in all its glory till, what was it, Thursday?
Yeah.
Thursday morning. When we went to Oogie Boogie Bash that night, we went to Indiana Jones, and that's how it looked. And he was like, "That was awesome." I was like, "I know, that's Indiana Jones."
And I feel like I have seen those. I don't remember the purple.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I don't remember. I remember the fire in the eye. I remember everything else, and I do remember this time the log with the rats on it.
Yeah.
That you go under wasn't there. But it's yeah, it felt like a completely different experience.
Yeah.
Like I remember most of it being exactly how I first rode it. Like that's my favorite ride at the parks, or at that park anyway.
Yeah.
And then it was just way different this time.
It was good.
And I would say that the Peter Pan ride was also better, but it's fine.
Yeah, it was good. It was fine.
I will say also Guardians. We rode it twice. We rode it in the morning or afternoonish. The sun was still out, and then we rode it as the Monsters After Dark.
Yeah.
And the morning one seemed even more random.
Yeah.
The drops seemed more like I never caught my stomach. And the same thing happened. It was even more random.
Yeah, at night.
At night. So
and
it was
that time we had candy, so things were flying everywhere.
She had the candy. She had like a bag of candy, and like there's candy like floating up out of her. Like she's trying to like hold the bag as we're full.
It's awesome.
Oh, it was great.
I wish I had video of that.
I wish we could have got video of that, but it wouldn't have come through anyway. It was so dark. But that was incredible, and the Incredicoaster, not different. What else? What else was different? Was there anything different?
No, not too much. We had a whole lot of fun. We rode all the rides we wanted to.
Okay, you know what? We didn't even talk about the Halloween part, really, because we didn't go through we were dressed up as Alice and the White Rabbit, and we met the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah, we did.
We got pictures with the Queen of Hearts, and she was very. I wish we could have caught the whole thing on video because it was like she basically made like she reprimanded me for being late.
Yep.
What did she do to you?
She just was just like, how come we not dress up like me instead?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's Alice, and I was like, oh, sorry.
And so we got pictures. I believe it looks like she's holding one of my ears, which was impressive. That like because I couldn't feel it. It was fake ear, but. But yeah, it was. We got a lot of really good pictures of it. I'm sure we'll have one floating around somewhere at some point.
Definitely see it.
And the best thing was the Villain's Grove.
Oh yeah.
So Cheshire Cat forms on this rock, and I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but she lost her mind for a second.
It was cool.
It was really cool. And then throughout the whole thing, you just get little snippets of like all the classics, like classic villains, like Lion King, like Scar. There was like the shadows of the marching, which was projected, but it looked like it was shadows being. It was interesting. The Facilier was projected on the ground in like this circular thing, and there's like the voodoo dolls like banging on drums, and they were like super high definition. Like they looked really good.
Pretty good, yeah.
The Wicked Witch shows up like in a corner,
and it's like a forest kind of thing going on.
Yeah, in the forest that turned like that has like lightning strikes and weird creepy voices coming.
The kids were a little like that were walking past us were very nervous about that one. They did not like that one at all.
No, and it was just like I lived in the Midwest. I know thunderstorms. They're not terribly scary. They're fun actually. They're cool. Queen of Hearts was one of them where it's like a garden of roses.
Yes.
That all change color, and it's like real roses that change. I don't know how they got it to do that.
It's okay, it happens.
But because they weren't like lit from I don't know how they were lit. I can't remember. But the Queen of Hearts shows up on like a wall that and does like something with her wand, and then she like falls into.
Yeah, and she vanishes into just dots.
And that's what they all did. Like all of the characters you saw, like the Cheshire Cat, like it's just like suddenly there's like a note that gets hit, and they just fall into like a bunch of dots laying on the ground.
Yeah.
So it's like all these sparkles that turn into just ground cover. It's weird.
It was a little creepy, but I liked it.
Really, really cool, and not like it was a feeling that like it wasn't. I don't know how to describe it, because there were like a lot of the times we went to Halloween Horror Nights, and we didn't like it. I didn't like it.
He didn't like it, so we left early, and I was pissed because I told him I went with a bunch of girls last time, and I hated it. And I was like, well, it should be different with you. You know, you like, Halloween Horror Nights, and he didn't like it at all. And so we ended up leaving. We went to like through to like 2 mazes, and he was like, I'm over it, let's leave. So we left. We rode no rides.
And it's because they directed us through other mazes, and it was terrible. Like, all it was jump scares for the sake of jump scares. And it wasn't scary. Like, it was just more annoying. Like, I was trying to have a conversation with her, and someone is just like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, fine. But I'm trying to walk, and they force you to go in certain areas. Like, you have to, if you want to go down to the back lot, which was really cool being on the back lot.
Yes, it was.
Amazing.
Yes, it was.
But, like, in order to get there, you had to walk through a tunnel that was, like, lit with black lights, and there were people walking around with wrenches and stupid things. I was so annoyed.
The first time we went through, I was, like, trying to make it fun, and they were trying to scare me, and I was like, ah! And the second time we were fighting, so... We're walking through with very serious faces, and no one's even looking at us. They're like, okay, they're having an issue. And I was like, yes, we are. We're going home.
But it was just a bunch of people getting in your face for no reason. And, like, I saw something I thought was really cool in one of them, because they forced us to go through the...
A maze.
It was a maze that was...
Like...
Seasons.
Or,
yeah. Like, holidays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And... I saw something against the wall that I was like, oh, that's really cool and creepy. And I tripped over something, and it was just like this evil leprechaun. And it was just like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. It wasn't like scary. It was like I tripped over it because they were just there. They were just in your face. And I was like, this isn't fun. I feel like I'm being corralled. And it wasn't, I don't know. I just didn't enjoy it. And I was expecting what we got from the Villain's Grove. Because it was just a feeling as you're walking through. It's just creepy and eerie. And she said we should have done Mickey's Halloween Party. I agree with her. I feel like it would have been better. This was different, though. I
told him that last year we should have done Mickey's Halloween before it turned to Oogie Boogie. So
yeah,
we missed out on that together as a couple. But it's okay. We did Oogie Boogie, and we liked it.
And they might go back to it.
They might. Yeah.
Who knows? I will say the Oogie Boogie Bash was really... The Villain's Grove was really cool. The vibe and all of the walkthroughs, I don't know what it was at the other place, but they had villains in them. Yep. And that was really cool. Monsters After Dark with costumes was a lot of fun. There was one picture that I wish we could have gotten someone else's picture, and we probably could have just typed the number in. But it was like an entire group of like 4 guys dressed in Space Jam costumes.
Oh, yeah.
And they were just spread out across the whole thing. And they were not wearing their seatbelts at all. Like, one of them was up in the corner, like, had a leg up.
It was great.
There were 2 of them that were doing the reach from the Adam and God painting.
Yes,
I can't
painting,
remember.
Yes.
Creation of Adam, I think that's what it is. And it was just, like, an incredible photo. And I was like, we should have gotten that. But,
we should have done that instead.
But, yeah, I managed to have my hat on. And looking in the camera with a smirk, which was fun.
The best part about the rides is that they were very, I guess, limited lines. That was like the best part about it is that we could just like ride rides on a constant. And I like loved that. Cars was what like 15 minutes? That never happens.
Yep.
That never happens. Even in Fast Pass, that never happens. And I'm just so happy we could got off, got on the ride, and just kept riding it. It was the best. Oh, I loved it.
That was worth the price of the ticket, probably.
Yes, it was.
That and the candy.
Yeah, all the candy. So just be prepared for a lot of candy and trick-or-treat stuff. And they give you applesauce. Don't get it if you don't want it. You can just be like, where's the candy at?
You can skip stuff.
Yeah, you can just be like, where's the candy at?
Like the watermelon-flavored craisins.
Yeah. Candy. Get the candy. That's all I want is the candy.
I will buy healthy things for myself. I'm there for candy. It's trick or treat.
Thank you.
Not trick or healthy snack. But it was super fun. I'm actually really excited to maybe do it again next year and we know what we're in for.
Yeah.
I'm also kind of curious to see if they do something different at the Mickey's Halloween party. If they like switch it back,
right?
What they will do for Mickey's Halloween party. Because I feel like that's maybe why they did this.
Yeah.
Is to like do something different there or set it, look... I don't know, change it up for the years to come. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But that's all. I guess we'll see you guys again next time.
Yeah.
Bye.